and welcome to a brand new country. So we've just taken the 9-hour bus across from Calama, which is in Chile, and we've arrived finally in Bolivia. We're staying in a little dusty desert town called Uyuni, and it's a high altitude, and our bodies are really being in high altitude for a while is having an effect on our bodies. But yeah, currently I'm standing at 4,300 meters above sea level because we are on our first day trip to go and see some of the sights here. After having spent yesterday recovering after arriving and taking a little stroll around Uyuni, which is a really cool little desert town, feels really South American, full of local people selling local artisan crafts, markets everywhere, and just really dusty, rustic, stray dogs in the street. A lot of dog mess, so watch out for that. This morning, if I'm honest, was a bit of a disaster for us. The accommodations in Uyuni, as you'd expect, are pretty basic. We woke up this morning about 7:30, tried to have a shower, and it was freezing cold and just a little trickle, absolutely no power, so no shower for us. But on the plus side, we did get our clothes washed yesterday. We paid 600 Bolivianos, which is about £6, to get our washing done. It's the first time I've had to pay for our washing on this trip, so not complaining. So we stink, but our clothes don't. Yay! But yeah, we're really excited. This morning we had a breakfast given to us in our accommodation, and our tour guides actually turned up a bit early, so it's been a bit of a rush. But we're super happy and excited to finally be here. We've got 2 days now out exploring and seeing the main sites. Of course we're going to go and see the salt flats in Uyuni. Of course we are. It's the main thing we've come here to do. I've only got two days in total here, which is a good thing because the altitude is really starting to get to us. And our first stop, as you can see, after the beautiful drive that we've just made, you need to book a tour to do this because you cannot drive yourselves, which is why we've done that. We did obviously look into hiring a car because we prefer to do it ourselves, but it's off-road, dusty, crazy roads. If you've been watching so far, you've seen that we're not afraid to drive on some crazy roads, but here you just can't do it. So, and our first stop of the entire tour is Laguna Colorada, which has got loads of flamingos. You can see some over there. And yeah, like I said, we're at 4,300 meters above sea level, and we're about to travel up even further and go to 5,000 meters above sea level today. So if I speak to you and I sound breathy, that's why. I'm so excited. 2 days, let's do this.
This place is seriously vast, and as Kirsty said, the altitude is really like affecting our throats. It's like really dry, high altitude mountain air.
And it's minus 2 degrees Celsius.
It is cold. And so you can see there's about 6 or so flamingos behind us. I think they're Chilean flamingos. We've been told this isn't the best time of year to see them, but at least there's a few here, so they came out to say hello. On the drive here we saw so many llamas on the side of the road as well, which is really cool.
Loads of wildlife already.
Yeah, all the wildlife we're noticing in this region. They love living at high altitudes.
Yeah,
you don't really see them down in the towns, but just look how vast this salt lake is. It's beautiful looking that way with the sun reflecting off the lake, and then coming around this way it's a bit more mountainous.
Our first stop of the day was this beautiful vast landscape of salt flat lakes. In the distance we saw some of the famous Bolivian flamingos. The flamingos found living high up in these salt flat lakes are seriously strong birds. They have to be to survive here. They can regulate their body temperature. Sometimes the lakes here freeze overnight, trapping their legs in the ice. But the flamingos just wait calmly for the ice to melt and then get back to their feeding.
Yeah, we've stopped here for about 20 minutes and now we need to jump back in the 4x4 and head to the next place. That's another thing, a 4x4 is a must for this tour and this area.
Would not want to do this in a little Nissan Kicks or a Duster or anything equal to that.
The fruit growing on this cactus is edible and it's called airampu.
We're Craig and Kirsty, a couple who have been on the road for the past 3 years sharing our adventures around the world. Right now we're making our way through South America and exploring everything it has to offer. If you enjoy seeing new places and real experiences, please subscribe and welcome to the adventures of Tide Not Travellers.
about 20 minutes further up, and by the side of the road there's this herd of llamas, or pack of llamas. I'm not sure what you call a group of llamas, but there you go.
And there's some baby ones as well. They're so cute.
Yeah.
They didn't seem too bothered by us being right next to them.
No, they like a little bit of distance, but
Yeah.
there's not been any like aggressive noises or anything.
And some of them have decorations on them as well, which we asked what they were for, and he said they're just decorations. It seems a bit strange to decorate a wild animal, but they're colourful. Oh look! I love it when they just look at you like, what?
Yeah, they like to keep their distance, but they haven't done anything aggressive, like make any noises or spitting or anything. Admittedly, we haven't got that close, but...
This guy's getting pretty close, maybe he'll get a demonstration for us.
That is one seriously hungry pack of llamas. Even as you get closer, they're a little bit cautious about our presence, but it doesn't stop them eating, really. See how close we can go. It's pretty close. To be fair, I think they are owned by a farmer or something, so I think they're probably quite used to humans. How cool is that? So close. Literally about 3 meters away. Cool until one of them comes and rams me.
This is the capital of Uyuni, not the city.
There's a whole family on a bike, including 2 children and a dog. So cute.
Oldest houses. Circle. The houses before were usually like that before.
Hello? 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 How are you? How are you? Nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto.
Yeah, mucho gusto. How are you?
Friendly doggos up here. Ah, it's heart-shaped. Heart-shaped hot springs. I think we're going to come back later and go in these, but for now we're going to grab some lunch with the doggo.
So yeah, we've arrived at the hot springs at 5,000 meters. We weren't quite sure what to expect, but as you can see, it's a nicely constructed little thermal pool. I'm not sure if there's some more natural looking pools as well, but haven't touched the water yet, but apparently it's nice and warm. But yeah, feeling the altitude, a little bit lightheaded, but it's time for us to have some lunch now before we go for a dip.
Oh, that's nice temperature. She's so gentle. Lunch is served.
Con guantes? Con 3 y más solo.
She can have my chicken, I don't want it. Just behind where we've had lunch, you've got the source of the hot springs here. So this is like 80, 90 degrees. And it's going down here, you can see it bubbling away. And that's why they're washing their clothes in it, because it's coming straight down there hot. We're going to go a bit further now, but then later on we're going to come back here and go in the hot springs, because apparently it's too hot to go in them now. We have to wait till it's like later in the afternoon, and then we're going to go and have a little relax in the natural hot springs. I don't know where we're going now, but I'm excited.
And you can't wait to get in the hot spring.
Yeah, I'm excited to warm up. Plus, you know, none of us have showered. Everyone else on the tour bus hasn't showered either, so yuck.
That was a really nice lunch. Thank you very much to our host, Louise. So we're not going in the thermal pool just yet. We're going a little bit further up to a place called the Green Lagoon. It's supposed to be beautiful, and we're not quite at 5,000 meters here yet. So when we go up to the Green Lagoon, we'll be at 5,000 meters. But yeah, that was a lovely lunch. Time to jump back in the car, up to the Green Lagoon, and then we come back here to get in the spa. Can't wait for a nice warm thermal bath.
So we have some coca leaves for altitude sickness, but I think I'm going to give it a miss, because apparently it can do more harm than good, and it's good to know what your body's doing. So yeah, I'd rather know if my body wants me to get lower.
Yeah, it basically masks how you're feeling, so maybe it's better to know that you're suffering with altitude sickness.
Plus we're feeling okay, so I'll be alright.
Gaan we blok zitten?
Just saw some wild Uyuni. So the Uyuni fur is $500 per kilogram, a lot more expensive than the llama wool. Wow.
4-wheel drive mode.
Yes.
And that is why you go in a Jeep.
Yeah, that's why you don't hire your own car.
Yes. You're right. Ja, joh. Kring is overal.
Going down under, we're going up.
I hope you refueled this morning, Louise. This is pretty remote. We've been driving for about 30 or 40 minutes up to the Green Lagoon, and we've just stopped off at this viewpoint because there's this stunning valley with a lagoon down there, and it's like semi-covered in ice. My words aren't coming out very well because of the altitude. My brain is just shutting down really, but take a look at that. Wow. It is brutal conditions up here with the altitude, the wind, and that freezing, biting cold air. I have no idea how the llamas do it up here. Running back to the car. The highs and the lows of altitude.
Don't get blown away before that is.
Well, we are literally getting sandblasted at the moment. You can see the sediment getting blown off the side of the mountain. My hair is literally going thin at all this altitude that we've been doing recently. Whew, literally, it's going thin.
What is this place? It's stunning. Oh, it's died down now. I can speak.
This famous salt lake gets its green colour from its subsoil, which contains some toxic chemicals including arsenic, mercury and copper, as well as magnesium, carbonate and calcium. Although we were told that this lake sits at around 5,000 metres above sea level, from our own research everything tells us it is sitting at 4,300 metres above sea level, which is still very high, especially for a group of people who haven't been acclimatised to altitude and just driven straight up in one day. No wonder we were all breathless and feeling a little crazy en route.
It's too hard to stay here for too long. Back to the car.
It is. Beautiful but painful, as are many beautiful things.
It's got that green colour because of the minerals, sulphur and copper. Our guide Louise said he's never seen it this much of a vivid green colour. So wow, we got seriously lucky.
That is one Verde Laguna today.
So we're back at the hot springs and it's time to go for a nice warm dip. The weather is perfect for it. Just get us in there now. It's 10 Bolivianos to go in, so I mean, it's so cheap, so cheap.
So I'm not hanging about.
Here's the rustic little changing rooms and it's time to get in there. Nice. Kirsty's happy. There's a hot spring with a dog.
Yeah, she was drinking the water straight from my hand. It's so cute.
Do you know how hot this is?
Delightfully. I don't know. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's Goldilocks.
We've got Dutch, Brazilian, And English.
All in one pot.
All in a Bolivian hot spring. We're so multicultural. It's a beautiful temperature in here, I think around 40 degrees. And also, just to spoil us,
Yeah.
they have
Lewis kept this one a secret from us. Look at this. Nature's sauna.
steam room. Nature's steam room.
You can't see me anymore.
So the volcanic spring is coming up through here, and there's some water around here. It's really very hot to step in.
I need this after freezing at Laguna Verde. This is a good way to end the day.
The hot springs were relaxing and lovely, although to be honest the experience wasn't exactly what we had intended. Having seen images out in nature of the beautiful hot springs, we had hoped for something a little closer to that. But that's part of the difficulty when going on these kinds of tours. The pictures shown when you book aren't always the places you get taken. Either way, this intimate hot spring experience was lovely, and the natural steam room was a pretty unique experience too.
That was the most relaxing way to end the day. It's been delightful just sitting here looking across the views and the warmth of this natural hot tub. Join us tomorrow for the Uyuni Salt Lakes. That's going to be another kind of adventure. Can't wait. See you there.
By the time we arrived at this spot for sunset, it was hard to get out of the car again into the freezing cold. But as always, a glorious sunset is worth it. Our first day exploring the natural landscapes of Bolivia felt remote, fascinating and vast. But this also felt like just the beginning, and we're so excited to see what the next leg of our journey has in store for us, as we watch the sun disappear over the world's largest salt flat, Salar de Uyuni. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for part 2 next week.